out in front, you know, and you'd have thought he'd stop.
These aren't Tony's words, these are my words, by the way. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Andrew, just getting some news coming through now. Some sad news out of that race is Werther bled after the race. So I just heard from Chief Steward Kim Kelly, unfortunately, Werther did bleed after that race.
All right, well, there you go. The pressure of the race, it's maybe not so much of a surprise, but came to win the race. But yeah, well, that would be a fair excuse for Werther there.
Okay, the horse is loading up then for the 2018 renewal of the Queen's Silver Jubilee Cup. First couple are in. Let's hand up to Brett.
Thank you, John. Oh, yeah, that's terrible news regarding Werther after such a magnificent performance in defeat there behind Time Warp. The Queen's Silver Jubilee Cup race 9. Helene Paragon, the defending champion, hasn't won since his victory in this race last season. He's into $9.60, beat the clock at $2.80, $3.80 for 50-50. Pingwu Spark, his toughest test to date, $6.40. Beauty Generation now $6.30 in from 7. $9.80 for Helene Paragon, 15 about Southern Legend, 16 for Western Express. So we're getting close to a start. Giant Treasure moves into the gates. Pingwu Spark drawn barrier 10. Western Express to come forward. Queen Silver Jubilee Cup field are almost set for a start. Pingwu Spark just a little reluctant to move into the gates. Western Express awaiting his turn. Beauty Generation's right down to $5.40. The winner of the mile in December, $9.60 Helene Paragon. Western Express down to 11. He'll complete the line. So we're almost set. Here we go. Queen Silver Jubilee Cup, and they're off. Helene Paragon, Western Express, Beauty Only, all slow to move. Penophobia came out with his running shoes on. He leads early. 50-50 right there early, and Pingwu Spark is driving over, and Beauty Generation's matching their speed. They're 2 lengths on Beat the Clock, who drops inside of Giant Treasure. 2 further back, Joyful Trinity on the inside of Southern Legend. 2 to Helene Paragon, 3rd last outside of Western Express. Beauty Only brings up the tail, 7 from the speed. Down the side, 800 metres out. Penophobia leads narrowly. Beauty Generation right at his quarters. They're 2 lengths on 50-50, and Beat the Clock is striding strongly on the rail. Pingwu Spark is 3 deep, losing ground. Joyful Trinity, Giant Treasure. Helene Paragon's coming with his run wider out. Southern Legend in traffic. Beauty Only. Western Express, they swing for home, and Beauty Generation lays down the law to Penophobia. 50-50 and Beat the Clock winding together. Wider out is Pingwu Spark, Helene Paragon, Giant Treasure. Beauty Generation's got a strong kick. 50-50, Beat the Clock nearer the inside. Then Pingwu Spark, Helene Paragon. Beauty Generation tiring. Beat the Clock running through underneath him. Then 50-50, Beauty Generation will not surrender. He fights on strongly, and Beauty Generation from Beat the Clock and 50-50. 4th photo, Beauty Only, or Pingwu Spark with Giant Treasure. Western Express, Helene Paragon, Southern Legend, Joyful Trinity, Penophobia, dropped off, ran last. Zach Purton, a Group 1 double. Beauty Generation from Beat the Clock, 50-50. Photo 4th. Giant Treasure or Beauty Only with Pingwu Spark. Very little in that. Might be Giant Treasure, albeit narrowly. A second Group 1 for Beauty Generation. What a day for Zach Purton. 4 winners. He's taken the 2 features. 2, 4, 6.